Do not let your baby see a mirror or this will happen. Okay, so this was how I grew up. We could never let a baby see a mirror or we will bring the wrath of a mother on us. And I kept wondering what is going on. Why is this phenomenon happening? And I had to ask my mom, why do mothers get so angry and ruffled when you bring a mirror towards their baby? And she said the reason why is because there's the belief that if babies see mirrors, they can have convulsions, they can get scared, they can see mirrors and see things they cannot fathom, or they cannot recognize, or they cannot deal with psychologically, mentally, physically, and that can make them sick. Okay, so but imagine my feelings when I came to America, and every preschool that I went to, daycares where there were babies in the baby room, had mirrors everywhere. It got me wondering, got me thinking, and it got me researching this issue, and I found out a lot of great stuff about this mirror thing. And I found out that it is actually better and more beneficial for your baby to see mirrors while they are younger, because there are all kinds of benefits they can derive from it, so I know that in some parts of the world, some mothers are still really angry, like, why you show my baby the mirrors, but let us look at it scientifically and see why mirrors are very important for young children. So I'll leave a link of the Rouge mirror self-recognition test below. And that was just a test that was developed by an American psychologist called Gordon Gallup Jr. And it was a test where they put a little spot on the forehead of animals to see if they actually can recognize themselves in the mirror when they show them in the mirror. And not many animals could. Only few animals like great apes, Asiatic elephant, dolphins, magpies could actually recognize themselves. Now the link I'm showing you, the link I'm leaving below, is the test done on babies, and they discovered that babies recognize themselves in the mirror at about 18 months of age. But before they turn 18 months, there are still benefits, there are still things that babies can benefit from looking at a mirror. And that makes it very important for you to put a mirror in front of your baby at a very young age. So now let's talk about those benefits of mirrors and for infants and toddlers. So the first one is going to be tummy time. So when babies do tummy time, you want them to focus on the activity at hand, which is tummy time. When you have a mirror in front of them, they are entertained, without bells and lights and all kinds of stuff, without the television. You can entertain a baby during tummy time with just a mirror. And I know that I showed you my baby corner in my nursery video that I made, and I can leave a link here. There are all kinds of mirrors in the baby's room that the baby can see. So another thing is face recognition. As the baby keeps looking at his face or her face in the mirror, they start to recognize themselves. They start to recognize their mothers. They start to recognize their siblings. They start to see the differences in faces and in the bodies. And this is making them more intelligent. Also, there's a sense of self. As babies look in the mirror, they start to develop a sense of self. Just like I said in the previous one, which is face recognition. My face, I have eyes, I have nose, I have teeth, I have tongue. They start to recognize all of that. I have a hand, I have 5 fingers, and all those beautiful things they start to recognize in their bodies. Okay, another thing is they start to recognize the parts of their body, and you as the teacher and the adult can be there showing them, look at this mother, for instance. She's brushing the baby's teeth and talking to the baby about brushing his teeth, and talking about the sink and their hands, and talking about their ears, and singing for them, and that's amazing. Another thing is motor skills. Children can learn motor skills when they are right in front of the mirror. And like this video we're seeing, the child is touching the tap and trying to turn it on and off, and developing those fine motor skills while he does that. Another thing that little children, infants and toddlers, can learn by looking in the mirror is that they learn to be curious. What's going on here? What am I seeing in the mirror? Am I seeing myself? Am I seeing someone else? Can I see anything behind the mirror? As children get older, and if you look at that Rouge test, you will see there were some of those older kids who went behind the mirror to see what was going on, if there was some magic that they could look in the mirror. I mean, that test is fascinating, and I advise you to go watch it. Okay, so as children are using their motor skills, they are reaching, they are touching, they are pushing, they are pulling, all kinds of stuff is going on while they are looking in the mirror. Okay, what about investigation and curiosity? I said that already, that as children grow older, they begin to look beyond the mirror. Why is this light shining like that? Why is my hair curly? What's behind the mirror, by the way? They start to experiment, they start to learn and investigate and be curious. It helps them with that. Another thing that the mirror can help your child, your baby, your infants and toddlers with is social skills. Have you seen how fascinating it is when a baby or a toddler or children are in front of the mirror and they're talking to themselves? Even if they really don't have speech, they are babbling, and it's like they're seeing a different person on the screen, on the mirror, and they're talking to that person, and it's amazing to watch. And that's how my 9-month-old, he's 8 months going on 9-month-old baby right now, he's just so fascinated with the mirror. He's talking to the mirror, having whole conversations with the mirror, and it's amazing to see that. So that helps with social skills, and also looking in the mirror and babbling and talking and having conversations also help with speech development. So even older children, when they're looking in the mirror, they're acting out dramas and acting out scenes from movies and talking to themselves and singing to themselves. So the mirror is just amazing for speech development and babbling. And then the last one is focus. Focus is a very important skill that children will need as they grow older. As they grow older, they have to learn to focus, or they have to have the skill of focus. So looking in the mirror for an extended period of time helps in focus. I mean, the mirror is so fun. It's so interesting. That is something that we want to introduce to our children at a very young age, as babies and toddlers, infants and toddlers. Now, there's one thing you need to know about, or a couple of things you need to know about mirrors. When you get mirrors in a baby room or around children, they have to be child-proof mirrors, and there are many of those now. There are sticker mirrors. There are mirrors that don't break. There are safe mirrors. Those are the kinds of mirrors that you want to put around your children so that they don't get hurt. And also, when children are in front of the mirror, there should be somebody there, talking to them, communicating with them, helping them understand the experience. It's not beneficial for you to just give the child a mirror and walk away. although you can do that sometimes, but that's not something you should do often. Communicate with them, talk to them, tell them what you're doing, like this lady talking to the child about the hair and explaining things to the child, or singing and music and all kinds of fun stuff. So mirrors are very important, and I hope that you have mirrors around your children, and I hope that you do not deprive your children the imaginative and expressive power that we can find in putting them in front of the mirror. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you stay tuned for more great content, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.